I'm from the city of Edinburgh, Texas, and I'm very happy to be with you today. As you can see, right behind me, we have a beautiful altar because we're celebrating the Dia de los Muertos with this event called Los Muertos Bailan. I'm very happy to be with you because I am going to teach you how to make your own retablo. A retablo is a decoration item like this one. If it's hard to see, don't worry, we will get closer to the activity so you can see it better. But these are used to decorate altars. Alright, so if you're making your own altar at home, I'm going to teach you how to make your own retablo so you can use it as a decoration for your altar. So if we are ready, I just want to go over the materials that we're going to be needing. We have cardstock paper. It can be any color or it can be white. So it's going to be cardstock paper, some markers or crayons if you don't have markers at home, scissors, glue, and a pencil. And of course, the picture that you want to use to put on your retablo, because this retablo is going to have a picture of someone that you want to remember, someone that probably have passed away, and you want to use it on your altar. So in this case, if you are ready, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to wait a little bit so we can move to the activity here at our table. And if you have questions, please feel free to leave your questions in the comments below. Or if you have any comments or if you want to show us your activity so we can see how you're making your own retablo, let us know in the comments below. We would love to see them. As I said, probably you were not able to see it with the other camera, but a retablo looks something like this. Okay, let me show you another example so you can have other ideas. This one also. Or I have another example over here. Right, so the picture you're going to use is going to be right at the center. So to start, like I said, we're going to need cardstock paper. Just like this one, I'm going to use glue in this case. And pay attention to this step. It's very, very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to fold it kind of like if you were folding a book, right? So right in the center, because we want to use these two flaps on the sides. If you have a ruler with you, you can go ahead and measure it so it's exact same size on both sides. In this case, I'm just going to fold it like this. Now you can open it like if it was a book, right? So you have these two flaps on the side. If you want to add more flaps, you can also fold a little bit on the both sides. So this case, I'm going to fold it just a little bit, probably about ½ inch. And that is just to add extra decoration to your retablo. So a retablo is actually used a lot in the altar. So if you're making your own altar at home, you can make your own retablo, so you can add the picture of the person that you want to remember. Remember that the pictures or the retablos are placed in the altars during Dia de los Muertos. So if you want to place a picture, it will be right here in the center. So you should have something like this. I'm going to put it sideways so you can have a better image of it. Okay. So now that we have these two flaps, it's okay if you fold it, if you put it flat on the table, because you're going to need to do that in order to add your decorations. Right, so now I'm going to grab my pencil, and this is just to give me an idea. We don't want all of the paper, actually. Okay, so probably about an inch. Over here, I'm just going to make a line. I'm going to make another line over here. If you have a ruler at home, I recommend to use it. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and draw it. And we're going to cut it. Now, we're only going to cut to this flap because we want to keep the center. So go ahead and cut this part because we don't need it anymore. There you go. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Right, so we don't need this piece anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And now it's going to look like this. Now for the next step, you're going to be creative. You can use your own creativity. You can make an arc, or you can make a shape in here, because we're going to cut out a design over here at the top. In this case, I want to make kind of like a heart shape, so I'm just going to use my pencil to draw again. And I'm going to draw half of a moon. And I'm going to do the same step on the other side. And I'm going to cut out this part because that's what I want to do. In your case, you can go ahead and make your own design. Remember, this is where you're going to use your creativity, your art skills. And don't worry if you think that looks a little weird, because we're going to add color to it. So there you go. This is what I wanted for mine. Right? You can probably have a moon over here, or something more like this. Okay? Now we need to add some color to this. Right? In the center, you can make a little frame, and for the frame, you can use other pieces of paper. For example, I'm going to use some pink colors because I want to put a frame over here where I'm going to place the picture. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the side for a little bit. And I'm going to make my own frame. This is where I'm going to place the picture. So if you have your favorite color, or the person that you are remembering, the picture that you're going to place in the center, if you know what was her or his favorite color, you can go ahead and use that. I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to glue it. There you go. We don't need a lot of glue. So this is where I'm going to place it. Now I'm going to start with my decorations on the sides. Like I said, for that, we're going to use our markers or crayons or anything you want to use. I'm going to start by drawing some wavy lines over here. And this is the fun part, because this is how everyone's retablo is going to look different. And to tell you a little bit about retablos, actually, these are seen more in church or Catholic churches. If you have noticed, when the pastor is at the front behind him, you can see some retablos like this. Of course, different materials. And they have religious pictures on it. The meaning for the word retablo in Spanish, retro means atrás, and this is why I say behind the pastor, and tabula, which means table or tabla in Spanish. So that's the meaning of a retablo. In this case, passing the years, they started using the retablos as decorative items, which is what we're doing today. We're using as a decoration to place the pictures of our beloved ones, the people that we are remembering on Dia de los Muertos, so we can add it to our altar. And feel free to post pictures on the comments below. Make sure you like our video, you share it, so your friends can see them as well. Okay, and stay tuned because coming up there's a video of a Catrina makeup tutorial. So if you want to learn how to paint your face as a Catrina, stay in our video so you can see the tutorial. It's gonna be very, very fun. All right, so I would like to know, what is everybody doing at home? Are you guys decorating with flowers? Are you guys using different colors? And of course, the shapes that you guys are using for yours. So make sure that you post your pictures in the comments below. I want to say thank you to the Cultural Arts Department for inviting me. I am super excited to be here. And I am having fun with this. Alright, so I'm just adding more decorations to mine. Now remember, we had the flaps over here. Remember to also add decorations in there because this is gonna make it look very, very pretty. So for that section, I'm just gonna make circles. I like circles, so I'm just gonna add a lot of those. And I know it's a little early for Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos is actually celebrated on November the 1st and November the 2nd. However, a lot of families in Mexico, they start with all the preparations and decorations at home days before, weeks before actually. And I like this celebration because I remember getting together with my family. Back in Mexico, we will go to my grandma's house. We would all get together, eat a lot of food, always, of course, right? So I have very good memories of this day, even though it's Dia de los Muertos, and we get to remember the people that we love and that have passed away. You know, it's also a good memory for me because all the family always got together during those times. All right, so I added decorations to the flaps. Now I want to add decorations to the picture frame that I have over here. So let's go ahead and get creative again. I also like the wavy lines, so I'm just going to add those over here. Right? And make sure that you also stay tune in because we're going to be posting more videos today. Tomorrow we're going to be live again. We're going to have another craft. We're going to be making cempasúchil flowers, flores de cempasúchil. These flowers are also used to decorate the altars. So don't worry, you don't have to go out and buy those flowers at the market. I'm going to teach you how to make them with tissue paper. So they're going to be super, super easy to make. Okay, so I think I'm getting closer to the end of my decorations. I'm going to add some more over here. Okay. For these, I'm going to draw more flowers. I want my retablo to have a lot of flowers. So it looks like a happy retablo. Okay, so I'm going to add more flowers over here. There you go. I would love to know what you guys are drawing at home. What are you adding or drawing on your retablos? Make sure that you add those pictures in the comments because I would love to see them. And I know you guys saw the big altar right behind me when we started. But you know, if you want to make your own at home, I have also seen a lot of families making their own altars just with a small table. They put a linen and then they add decorations, the pictures, of course, the flowers, and they make it look beautiful. So if you don't know how to make a big altar or you don't want to make it like that big, it's okay. Now you will have your own retablo to add to your altar. And tomorrow you will learn how to make those flowers to decorate it. Okay, one more flower over here. I hope you're having fun, just like me. There you go. Okay, so now that I am done with all the decorations that I wanted, I'm going to add my picture right here in the center on the frame that we added at the beginning. Okay, so I'm gonna add some glue to my picture. And we're going to add it right here in the center. There you go. Now remember that we put the paper flat even though we have folded it at the beginning. We're gonna fold it again. Okay. And there you go. Your retablo is ready. I'm gonna move it to the other camera. Just by showing this image, I wanted to say goodbye with the beautiful altar behind me. And thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned, like I said, because coming up, there's a tutorial on how to do your makeup as a Catrina. So if you're planning to learn that, stay there. Don't move and don't go anywhere. Remember to like the video, share it, click the little heart so we know that you love us, and post in the comments below the pictures. I would love to see your beautiful retablos. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Hector Davila. I'm the owner of La Mexicana Bakery. We've been established for 30 years. Today we're celebrating, along with the Edinburgh Secula Library, Dia del Pan de Muertos, right? We represent the Dia de los Muertos. We have got some pictures, we got some bread they're gonna start making, so that you all can see how it's processed and representation of el pan del Dia de los Muertos.
Pan de Muerto is a sweet bread baked in Mexico during the weeks leading up to the Day of the Dead, which is celebrated from November 1st to November 2nd. This orange or anise-flavored sweetbread is known as bread of the dead because of its bone-like decorations, and it's often used as part of the ofrendas or offerings on an altar dedicated to the family's loved ones who have passed. It is typically served with chocolate and, like pumpkin pie, is usually only found during the few days around the festivities.
La familia Davila, we're from La Mexicana Bakery. We're hoping that you'll enjoy El Día de los Muertos, which is a very Mexican tradition. Hope you'll have a blessed day.
colorful Catrina makeup. I will be showing you the step by step on how to achieve this look. You guys can use whatever you guys have at home, but I will be showing what I'll be using throughout the life. And did I keep going? Oh, okay. To start, we're going to start with a clean face, and we're going to go ahead and hydrate our skin. I'm going to use whatever moisturizer you have. It doesn't really matter. Today I'm going to be using a serum. It could be whatever you like. So I'm going to be applying that all over the face. I'm not going to be painting my face super white since it is going to crease during the day. So I'm just going to use my normal foundation. You can use whatever foundation you have. Today I'm using the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. I'm just going to be using a little bit of that. You can apply it with a brush, with a sponge. I'll be using a sponge today. So you can apply that all over the face evenly. It's just so we can have a clean base so our colors can stand out a little bit more. I'm not going to make it too difficult since this is going to be something you guys can do at home. You guys don't have to use the same colors I'm using throughout the life. It can be whatever you guys have. So after that, I'm just going to be applying whatever powder just to set the whole thing in place. It can be a loose powder or the one I have today, which is a compact powder. Just so our base won't move when we're applying our paint. You guys can use face paint or either eyeshadows that you guys may have. Okay. Next, we're going to be applying color to our face. Since we're not painting our face white today, we have to add some color so our colors throughout the eyes can stand out. So I am going to be applying a little bit of bronzer on my cheeks. And on my forehead, on my temples. Remember, if you guys don't have the stuff I have, you guys can either skip the step and go on to the eyes. So next, I'm going to be applying some blush on the apples of my cheeks. Blending in with the bronzer. Okay. So now, with any pencil you can have an eyebrow pencil or a lip pencil, we're going to start shaping the circles around our eyes that we're going to fill in with color. So we're going to, wherever you can either do, I think you can do like little squares, I believe, or circles, but today I'm going to do circles. It doesn't have to be perfect since we're going to fill it in with paint right now. If you guys have any comments or questions, you guys can put them down below in the comment section. So next, I'm going to be filling in the circles with some hot pink paint that I have right here. I bought this in Amazon, but you guys can buy it anywhere. There's at your local craft store or at Walmart, the dollar store, I believe. So I'm just going to start filling in the circles. With whatever paint you have, with whatever brushes you have, I'm using my makeup brushes. You can use regular paint brushes, but these are the ones that I have right now with me. It doesn't necessarily have to be pink. You guys can do it purple, blue, red. It doesn't really have to be all the same as I'm doing. Okay, next we're gonna fill in the other one. You guys can do it as you guys want. You guys can even use some glitter paint if you guys have, or some eyeshadows if you guys don't have paint. You guys can just be creative with it. It doesn't really have to be perfect. Now at this point, you guys just look in the mirror and see which one needs to be fixed. I'm fixing this one because it was a little bit smaller than the other one. Okay, next, while we let this dry, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the rest of the face. I'm gonna use a liquid eyeliner. You guys can use either a pencil eyeliner or face paint as well. We're gonna go ahead and draw 2 lines right here at both ends of the mouth. You guys can finish the line where your eyebrow usually ends. Okay, so now we'll be adding some lines, which is going to represent the teeth. I did 4, so 4 on the other side as well. So it won't look too plain. I would add some little, I'm going to call them curlies because I don't know what to call them. We're going to do a little curl to the top, and a little curl to the bottom, as well as the other side. Curl to the top, curl to the bottom. Okay. So now we finished the mouth. At the end, I will be applying some lipstick. So next, I will be doing something on my forehead. I want to do some little flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and dip back to my paint. I'm going to use some blue. So I'm going to do some teardrop shaped flowers. So I'm going to do like a little teardrop right here. Dip in again. We're going to do another one here. You guys can do whatever shapes you like, but I really like this one little flower. Okay, to make it stand out more, I am going back with my liquid eyeliner and tracing the little blue flower. connect it to the bottom. And around it, you can add some little lines as well. I did bring some rhinestones. You guys don't have to use rhinestones, but I brought some just to add some little touches to the look. Bottom. Okay, next we're moving to our chin. I'm gonna start by doing some little lines here in the bottom, representing our jaw. We can go ahead and grab a little brush and we're gonna do little dots. So with the same paint, we're gonna dip the end of our brush and we're gonna dip into our paint, and this will act, we're gonna do some little dots with this. I did 4, so 4 as well on the other side. Okay, so moving on to the next part, I brought some rhinestones. I got these at Walmart. You guys can get them at wherever, like I said, but these are the ones I'll be using right now. They already have adhesive, so it'll be easier to stick. Since I use pink, I'm gonna use some purple little rhinestones. So I'm gonna be applying them to around the eye. Start here at the top. And go all the way around. It doesn't have to be necessarily all together. You can do it separate. So I'm going to do that on the other side as well. All you guys are trying to do is do whatever you guys did on this side to do it on the other side. Okay, so now I brought some other little shapes that I will be putting on with some lash glue. There's a little teardrop. Can they see? They can't see it right. Yeah, little teardrop shaped rhinestones. I'll be putting on some lash glue on them. While I let those get tacky, I'll go ahead and move on to my eyeliner. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same eyeliner we used to trace everything else. I'm going to go ahead and do an eyeliner on my eye. Go ahead and put it on the where your eyelash start. Or go ahead and do a little flick. So we can do a little wing. Touch it. Okay, do that to the other eye. Okay. So next, I think these are ready to put on already. Yeah. Go ahead and put these on my chin. Put the blue one in the center. And then two pink ones. It's like what we did at the top, but at the bottom we're going to be using rhinestones. Okay, so next to complete the eye, we're going to go ahead and curl our lashes and apply some false lashes. Go ahead and curl these first. And then go ahead and add glue to our lashes. The same glue I used to put on my rhinestones, we're going to be putting them on the lashes as well. Okay, while that dries, we're going to go ahead and put on our lipstick. I will be using a hot pink lipstick. You guys can use whatever color, it doesn't have to be pink. It can be even blue or purple lipstick if you guys have any. I will be applying a little darker one in the center. You can go ahead and blend that also with your finger. Okay. Now, since our lash glue already dried, we can go ahead and add our lashes. This will bring the whole look together. Okay. And lastly, we're going to add some smaller little rhinestones at the top of our forehead. And the little flower that I did. I failed. One here. So lastly, we're going to get the same liquid eyeliner go here in the side and do the same thing as we did over here. In the bottom, we're going to do it on the side of her face. And the same thing, we grab our brush. At the end, we dip it in whatever color paint you want. I'm going to go ahead and do this blue now. Go ahead and do little dots as well. And then we go ahead and do it on the other side. Okay. So now grabbing our eyeliner again, we're going to go ahead and draw a little teardrop shape in the center of our nose. Okay. Now to make sure your whole look doesn't come off, we're going to go ahead and set it with some setting spray. Okay, so now this is my finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it. See you guys later. Bye.